This Week 10 NFL Props edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet $100 and get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet.
This is Jim Mora, and you're listening to SGPN. Let her ride.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Another compliment, I think. I'm excited to do the props of Friday afternoon. For the haters out there, love the Friday podcast.
Yes, we got we're on the
Talking to you.
second end of a double header here. We just did our DFS picks podcast earlier in the day. Now we're talking NFL props. If you're watching on YouTube live, we're rocking some sweet starter jackets that Kramer picked up there. Fire.
Shout out to Jay Will on Twitter. I mean, he pointed me in the direct. He goes, "You got to get one of these." This was the message basically. Got to check these out. The Giants starter jacket is fire. And oh, by the way, it's American made over here in Columbus, Ohio. So although I'm not a huge fan of Ohio State, not a big fan of Buckeye around the holiday season, but the jackets are fire. They're real too. Like I'm warm right now.
Yes.
I don't know if it's coming through in the color of my face, but I'm warm.
We jacked up the AC so we can rock the sweet jackets for this episode.
Could be I'm just hot with props. Hot.
Oh yeah. Hey, you want to get down some props? You want to build your own same game parlay? You can do it all over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet $100, get a $100 free bet. It's just that simple. It's just that easy. So many states have WynnBet. It's crazy. New states on the way: Virginia, Tennessee, New York, New Jersey, Michigan, Louisiana, Indiana, Colorado, and Arizona. And again, if you're in those WynnBet casino states, 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000. And of course, if you hit the longest shot odds parlay, you will get a very a sweet $1,000 free bet bonus. They got you covered. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet big, win even bigger. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where play through. WynnBet is available. If you're someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Joining us on the line to talk NFL props for Week 10. You know him from the NFL Gambling Podcast, the NBA Gambling Podcast, a ton of podcasts on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Mr. Terrell Furman, what's happening, Terrell?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? I feel very left out. I don't have a crazy starter jacket on, and so I'm rocking out with the Aggies today. We good.
Yeah, I mean, Terrell, this would look pretty fun. The Giants, big game against Houston. Probably gonna be wearing this. Might be the game day jacket this week.
We're gonna have coordinating jackets when we make it to our Giants Super Bowl. We're gonna have coordinating jackets for sure.
Super Bowl party. Now we just did our we did a SGPN virtual happy hour. Part of it was a like little bonus. Let the guys who showed up for the happy hour. We basically did a live blackjack session, and with real money, if you win, how did you do, Terrell? I'm pretty sure you won. I feel like everyone won.
Yeah, I did.
Which is losing for the company, but
yeah. Oh, the company is bankrupt. We own the company now. I have a share in SGPN, and I will.
We're facing a liquidity crisis right now.
I will say it was a pretty strong heater. I mean,
it really was.
If we were at a real blackjack table, I would probably be sitting there about to shit myself. Sean would be trying to play it cool. Ryan would probably be high-fiving the entire table.
Oh.
It
Terrell
was
is
that
so-
much of a heater.
Terrell's so funny. He's like quietly, just like he'll give you like a secret fist bump. Doesn't want to go too crazy, and you gotta just play it cool. And yeah, I don't know. The table was
Funny
red hot
story.
last time.
When we had that crazy, insane heater in the circa, and I was sitting next to Sean, and I was like, Sean, I really, really, really have to fucking pee, but I cannot get up in this heater right now.
I was like, yeah, you're just gonna have to piss your pants. I don't know what to tell you.
Sometimes you just have to prioritize.
Yeah.
Right. How bad is the pain? Do you want to play through the pain?
Terrell,
Do you want to stay on this
absolutely.
fucking wet heater?
Because I'm a dog, laser focused.
yes, he's not Keenan Allen. He's gonna sit out multiple weeks. I'm so mad at Keenan Allen. What
He's
are you
out
doing?
again.
I just can't. So maybe I thought that gunshot wounds were worse than what they actually are. But
Yes.
I just felt like if you got shot, like you're done for the year. Like there's no reason for me to. I'm pretty sure I had dropped Brian Robertson in leagues because I'm like, oh well, he's obviously done for the year. But no, he actually comes back before Keenan Allen.
It's wild, and I get it. Keenan Allen's getting old, but man, Chargers no luck injury wise.
I have a feeling if Ben Simmons got shot, he'd miss the season.
Oh my God, he got shot with like a with some mean comments, and he's out for 18 months.
I thought you were gonna say eye roll.
Yeah, shot him an eye roll. All right, Kramer, let's talk picks. We're gonna give out 5 of our favorite props, and then a Degens only. I'm coming off 4 in 1 week, and then missed the
nice job.
And then I think I either pushed the Degens only or I forget. But either way, on a pretty strong run here with this Sunday
What
props.
level are we qualifying as Degens only? Like what number do we have to hit?
I'm sitting at 25-1 for mine. Kramer, what do you got?
15-1.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that not good enough?
I mean, I like
you played the dong sound effect when you brought me on. I assume that.
I like to hook my clients up with massive investment opportunities like a 25-1. But hey, whatever
you
you
sound
and your
like
clients,
FTX over there.
massive. You're gonna get all your money back and millions more. What are you circling, Terrell? Because I think at least double digits. If it's less than 10-1, we may have to kick it back.
No. I think I'm good. I'm in the. I think I've hit the criteria.
Okay. All right. Let's get to it. Kramer, kick things off. What is your first NFL prop for this Sunday?
I'm heavily involved in Derrick Henry this weekend, and I'm going over his 107.5 rushing total. Don't really care where you put this one. He's going to get a ton of volume. I'm not worried about any sort of injury concern like you might have. And I think honestly, the questions last week were, why did Derrick Henry not get the ball more? Vrabel corrects his behavior, takes advantage of the massive advantage they have in the trenches here. Again, Denver's defensive line, bottom 7 in line yards. They're going to get pushed around here. Derrick Henry, huge game, over 107.5.
I like it. What do you got? 107? That is insane.
You just said that. You don't actually like it.
No,
you were just being a radio man.
I liked her. I like being high on Derrick Henry this week.
It didn't matter the number.
No, I know. 107 is crazy.
There's 2 guys to me that you played one too, but I mean Barkley is another one. But just like the what do they say? The floor is the ceiling. The ceiling is the floor. One of those.
The ceiling is the roof.
There you go.
Yeah, he's got it. What do you got for your first prop, Terrell?
All right, first prop. I'm going to Travis Etienne over 18.5 receiving yards. And this is more of a really bad fade of the Kansas City Chiefs, who are really, really bad versus the pass catching running back. 4th worst in terms of receiving yards allowed to running back position. And prior to last week, where they did not, for the first time all year, they did not allow a running back to get this line last week against the Titans. Prior to that, they've given this up to James Conner, Eno Benjamin, Austin Eckler, Jonathan Taylor, Nyheim Hines, Josh Jacobs, Brandon Bolden, Devin Singletary, Christian McCaffrey, and Kyle Juszczyk. So, I mean, it seems like a pretty much of an auto play. I know Etienne has missed this in his last 3 games, but this is a really good matchup for him to bounce back in a role that he's really, really good at. So I'm going to believe in the talent of the player. Travis Etienne over 18.5 receiving yards.
Shout out to Colby as my dad 420 saying Terrell has the best positive EV picks.
Wow.
So maybe he's going to change his name to Terrell as my dad 420.
Wow.
Woo, ain't smoking my weed.
All right, I got a bunch. I got some guys that I'm usually on. No shock there. Got some went off the reservation a little bit for a couple of these as well. I'll get the one. You know, I'm always taking the over.
I like this talk up to your picks. It's great.
It's called building anticipation, right?
I'm built.
This is one of the this is one of the old reliables, and he's old reliable for a good reason. 5-1 to his over. Give me one more time. Dameon Pierce over 76.5 rushing yards. I know.
Be careful this week.
New York has a solid defense, but they have nothing else. He's going to get like 25 carries. He's off the injury report. So give me Dameon Pierce over 76.5 rushing yards.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. I mean, they're going to get 200 yards. It's going to be 80 yards rushing for Dameon Pierce and 120 yards passing with Davis Mills. I mean, what am I missing?
It's fine. I would say, like, as someone who has the breakdown would be the Giants have not been great against the run. They have been great against the run when you just run. You do predictable things. They were good against Derrick Henry. I think they'll also be good against Pierce. So I'm just saying, be careful. I know it's a system play for you.
Nah, I'm gonna be nice. I hope it don't hit.
I agree. But hey, I would say the same thing. And Derrick Henry still got 82 yards, right?
Yeah.
So
that's not good for Derrick Henry, though.
But it would be good for Dameon Pierce because he would be over.
All right. Whatever.
What do you got? What's your next prop?
All right. So this actually struck me as a little odd. Daniel Jones versus Davis Mills passing yards.
Okay.
Would you be shocked if Daniel Jones was a heavy underdog or an underdog at all?
I would say it's similar. I mean, I think they're imagining.
I minus 110 seemed right for me.
No, like pretty even.
Yeah. Plus 135.
Wow. Okay.
Jones plus 135 versus Davis Mills passing yards.
I mean, the problem is, Giants are going to run the ball so much, but I don't see Houston lighting it up passing yards. Has Brandon Cooks decided he wants to play football?
He is back at practice.
Okay. So that's usually a good sign you want to play football, but who knows? This is the National Football League, and as the league turns from one day to the next, you don't know if a guy's actually going to want to play football.
Nico Collins is going to play too, it seems like.
Okay, so maybe they have a chance to throw the ball a little bit. What about you, Terrell? Second prop.
Second prop, I'm going to Raheem Mostert over 46.5 rushing yards. Dog. I understand why the line is here because he is in a timeshare with Jeff Wilson. Apparently, Jeff Wilson had one more snap than him last week, and everybody's going crazy. And Alec Ingold and all of this stuff. Raheem Mostert is going to get the usage. He's going to get the usage, and it's the Browns. He has a very plus matchup against the Browns. You look at what the Browns are doing this year, and they're giving up 5 yards per carry, which is 8th worst in the NFL. And guess who averages 5 yards per carry in his entire career? Raheem Mostert. He's an absolute dog, and he's going to get the yardage in very big chunks. The Browns have only prior to last week. So last week and week 1 are the only 2 weeks all season the Browns have not given up this line to a running back. It's very short, but I think Raheem Mostert is going to do what he does with the carries he does get. Give me over 46.5 rushing yards.
Do we have an update on DeAndre Swift? Is he still Charmin soft?
I think he might be off the injury report.
Okay.
I think he's off the injury report, but they're still limiting him.
Yeah. No, Terrell's right. I don't know if they're
he literally said we're not going to give him carries.
Yeah, so I'm going to trust Dan Campbell. I mean, the guy says he's going to drink 98 ounces of caffeine, and he does it. He says he's going to bite kneecaps. We haven't seen that yet, but I assume he's capable.
Hey, time's not up. He still has a chance.
Yeah, he's still got a couple games left before they fire him. No, I think Raheem Mostert, he might break off a big run. To your point, like, the Browns are super weak in the rush defense, and I think a fun way to play DFS is not only Mostert but even Jeff Wilson. Yeah, and you get some leverage off of Tyreek and Waddle, who I would imagine would still get heat just because they're Tyreek and Waddle.
I think Tyreek maybe not because he's so expensive, but yeah. I do think that Waddle. I mean, why wouldn't you own him? I mean, that offense is on. Those guys are wide freaking open every time. It doesn't make any sense. All right.
I also had that prop. I have a bunch though. that I loaded up
Wait,
here.
so you do have you're fine though. You have plenty of props.
Yeah, not worried.
Just checking.
Aaron Jones under 46.5 rushing yards. I mean, earlier in the week it was like, is he gonna play?
Oh, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
You're going after my guy.
Why is he your guy?
Aaron Jones. I love that guy.
No, I love him.
He made
too.
us 3 touchdown money that time. He scored 4 touchdowns.
He's just not getting many rushing yards.
Got it.
He had 143 against the Bills. Other than that,
it's been bad.
25, 23, 19. I don't think he's going to be 100%. I don't think they're going to give him 100% workload. I think they're going to have to pivot to AJ Dillon. You may even see, some of that, the rookie from Mississippi State. So I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't get that many carries. 46.5 is a lot. So I'm on the under here for Aaron Jones.
All right.
You don't like that play? You think he's going to go off?
It's fine.
I mean, yesterday it was like he's not going to play.
He did say last week he could have gone back in the game. So that's
yeah, but that isn't. I mean, that's proven my point. But they didn't let him back in the game, so now they're going to be just as cautious bringing him back.
All right. So Bears Lions game.
Yep.
Definitely want to get involved in this one. Let's first get involved this way. Khalil Herbert over 9.5 carries. They can't stop pretending like he doesn't look like the better running back. And if you look at the game, if you look at the game log, it's been 7, 12, 16, 7. I think this team is edging into a very, very run heavy approach. And 7 for 23 last week. This week, Herbert goes off, gets over 9.5 carries, minus 115. You just watch the tape. I watched the replay of that game, Sean. Montgomery just looks like he's in sand.
Well, and Eberflus did say they are going to do the hot hand approach. I don't think anyone.
What is that?
Really,
is that a nice way of saying we're not going to play you as much?
David Montgomery? Yeah.
It's better than what Hackett did to Melvin Gordon.
Oh my God. I still don't understand their rotation. All right. Terrell, what do you got?
All right. Third prop, George Pickens over 44.5 receiving yards.
Let's go.
Since Pickett took over, he's hit this in 3 of the 5 games. And one of those games, Pickett went down. So it's really like 3 or 4 games. Saints 8th in receiving yards allowed. And, you guys were talking about it earlier. I full-heartedly agree that coming out of the bye, you have to figure out what is Kenny Pickett good at? Who does Kenny Pickett get the ball to? What are the reasons? You're going to hear George Pickett's name from me again, but over 44.5 receiving yards. I like it. I think that this is the big week. This is the big George Pickens week here.
Alpha dogs only.
Dog. Yeah, no, I like it. I gave him out on the DFS show, and yeah, he is just he's a stud. No Claypool. They're going to figure out a way to get him involved a ton.
They talked a lot about it. Tomlin doesn't strike me as a liar.
No.
And if Marshawn Lattimore is playing in this game, you got to think he's on Deontay Johnson. So it just opens things up for Pickens even more.
But if he's not, that would be awfully sneaky play. Deontay Johnson. We'll have to keep Deontay Johnson in mind for the pregame show.
For me, I'm going to that Bears Lions game. I'm taking another under here. Jared Goff under 232.5 passing yards. I know everyone thinks, oh man, this Bears defense, they're so soft. They just gave up all these yards to Tua.
They are.
I mean, Jared Goff. And they did. This is going to be a cold game, outdoors, division. We're talking 30 degrees. I mean, Jared Goff's stats, freezing are horrific. And dude, the Lions offense has been dog shit on the road.
He does have
6 total
hands.
points. I mean, look at his passing yards per month. It just falls off when you go from like 262 a game in November, 236 in December, 179 in December.
I can't find who they were.
Brian, can you and Stathead sort by game time temp? Because I would love to see what it is there, because he's just bad in cold weather. I know that for a fact. He's not going to have a good game, and I think this Bears defense will get up enough. And I think they're going to be able to run on the Rams and keep them limit their possession. So love the Bears, hate Jared Goff on the road in cold weather. That's really all you need to know. And a division game, like these division games so far this season have been ugly. They're great for the unders. And yeah, give me Jared Goff under.
I was seeing if we can figure out a weather situation here. I'm not seeing anything, but I have to imagine we can though.
Yeah,
we'll
pull that deep nugget. What do you got, Kramer?
My turn. All right. So, shall we go to Germany?
Let's go.
100% Tyler Lockett is catching a deep ball.
Oh,
from Geno
All
Smith. Right. Over 22.5 yards. Longest reception for Tyler Lockett.
Okay.
That's the angle. I've been searching the internet. I've been searching the radio waves, the TV, the YouTube. Cannot find a legitimate reason as to why this Bucs team is favored still. I love Lockett to get loose in this game. Doing some tape to some film study. Lockett's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Lockett over 22.5 yards long.
And Mecca, I mean, just the Bucs defense is just clearly not what it used to be. So I think both are going to have good opportunities. I mean, the whole Seattle offense.
Which is crazy because you would think that the Bucs lost an defensive mind at coach instead of losing the offensive mind at coach, because the defense is just absolutely not shown up this year. And it's basically the same roster from the Super Bowl year.
And yeah. I mean, I know
they're calling them lazy.
They might be getting Winfield back, but still, like they just have nothing going on. All right, Terrell, what do you got?
All right, next prop. I'm going to a touchdown, and I mean, it's basically an autoplay. Give me Davante Adams to score a touchdown, minus 110. It's pretty easy. This is why you bring him in. And if you're Josh McDaniels, you have to find any way to win this game. Any way possible to win this game. You cannot lose a game to Jeff Saturday. There is no way. Like, when I say he might not even be let back on the plane if they lose a game to Jeff Saturday. And how do you ensure that you get a win? You go to your best target, the guy that you paid all the money to, the guy that you traded to go get, Davante Adams. 100%, he gets in the end zone. He's gotten in the end zone 5 times this season. A couple of those times were for 2 touchdowns. I think he gets one this week. Give me Davante Adams minus 110.
I certainly think it would be funny if he is back in New England assisting Matt Patricia, coaching the offense for the New England Patriots.
My God, that would be just so.
It's a baby fucking
Do you think he gets fired in season? Like, do we think it's a real? Do you think Mark Davis gets embarrassed if he loses to Irsay's? Like,
I don't think it's that realistic, but
well, honestly,
if they did, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, looking at Mark Davis and that haircut, I don't know what embarrasses this man, but I would say there's rumors that his job is safe, which is always a red flag. No, someone came out and said
put that out in the media.
Yeah, which means they're talking about whether or not they should fire you.
And they're talking about firing him.
It's like that scene in Dirty Work. Is Josh McDaniels' job safe? No.
That'd be like
if
we put out a statement saying Terrell Furman's job is safe with SGPN.
Why would it not be?
Yeah, right. See, that's why if you say it's safe, that means it's really not safe. That's when you got to be concerned. All right, since we're talking the Raiders game, my boy, Mack Hollins. This is a Mack Hollins game if I ever saw one, at home in a dome. No Renfro, no Waller. His total is only 41.5 receiving yards. He has legit chemistry with Derek Carr. My only concern is that Josh Jacobs, they get scared and just give it to Josh Jacobs 25 times and he runs all over the Colts because they have Shaq Leonard out. But that's my only concern. Other than that, I'm all in on Mack Hollins.
You know what? I had that on my list, and I was
really?
Like, what are you doing? There's no point in you bringing this up. Sean's gonna want to talk about it.
Mack Hollins is cool.
All right, last one. Leaning into an angle I brought up on the DFS show. Mr. Russell Wilson, over 228.5 passing yards.
Dangerous.
This is such a low number against this Tennessee Titans team. You know what? Do you like the total yards or do you like the longest completion, 36.5? Because they're gonna get beat.
KJ Hamler.
No, but it's
so you know what? Should be the longest.
Russell Wilson over 228.5.
Can you play just a specific Dulcich over receiving, like longest catch? Because of those, I would probably like that the best, honestly.
I just don't know how you can trust anything with Russ. Even though I do like the angle, and I think that if there was ever a week for Russ to go
This
off,
is a
it's
stupid
randomly
low.
this week. Like, is this random week that he just goes off, goes crazy?
This number is like before we were setting passing totals for quarterbacks in the 160s. This is like insulting level. And so when you're going against that pass defense, this is the week to do it, to catch them by surprise.
I will say that the Broncos, what I'm pretty sure, the only team to opt for the bye after London.
They needed rest.
His hammies were tired. I mean, he was doing all the workout.
Dolchich is 18.5 yards longest catch.
I like that.
Is that the play?
I like that.
So, and funny enough, just kind of some observations from the prop pool. Based, we were doing our DFS lineups earlier. Yeah. We were throwing out some low dollar gems. I mean, Dolchich, what would you say his catch props at? I'm sure you looked at it. But
I did. It was
4.5.
4.5.
A little juice on the over.
So the fact that his and someone smarter than me should probably come up with a formula that like scrapes the player props and then translate that into like DFS dollars and find some value as far as like, hey, if the books expect them to get this and they're only,
I think that's how some of those projection engines essentially work. They're just. Well, that was a good remote drop. That was nice. Another guy, because I went right to the Jacksonville game because I was like, well, I do like Zay Jones. I wonder what his number's at. Also 4.5. So we are still sharp, Sean.
We are.
All right. What are we at?
I've given out 4.
I've given out 5.
5 makes sense because I think you went first. Hey, of course, make sure you check out store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Use our promo code Dallas Sucks. You can get a ton of sweet gear there. Dallas Sucks. You get 10% off. We got some fun holiday items. You got the SGP hats, which I love. The camo hats are pretty sweet. A bunch of hoodies, sweatpants, more stuff coming. If you have ideas for merch you want to see in there, just tweet us at Gambling Podcast. We're all ears, but yeah, tons of fun holiday stuff to rock as well. So from now until Christmas, Dallas Sucks is the promo code. Also is probably going to be a promo code at some point, but 10% off. Good to go.
Sean, real quick, shout out to Matthew Marklin, who repeatedly commenting that we should ditch this boring NFL product for the USFL, pointing out that Kirby Wilson would coach circles around Josh McDaniels.
That is probably true.
That is an ultimate toilet bowl right there of coaches. All right, who's up? Terrell, you?
Yep.
Yeah, it's me. It's me.
And Ryan, real quick, Ryan Pagani, Pagani. Pagani. He says, "I think I'm gonna buy that puzzle and get stoned." I mean, the idea of someone putting together the Ryan puzzle high out of their mind is just very entertaining.
My daughter
it's the fact that his name is also Ryan and he's putting together a puzzle of Ryan while getting stoned just like Ryan.
Be careful. I can report my daughter did say it was a little strange putting together a puzzle of me. So
she lives with you.
You might have a similar
Pagani might have a different relationship. Oh, and one more shout out to Making Bacon in the YouTube chat. Just finished work on a Saturday in New Zealand, and my boys are live. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for the Thank you for checking in from New Zealand. That's
from the
awesome.
future.
Yeah, do you have any college football plays? What happened? We got to have a correspondent in the future, Ryan, to tell us what happens.
We do have we could definitely have a meetup in Australia/New Zealand.
Yeah, there's a lot of
not Australia.
Just New Zealand.
Yeah, just New Zealand, not Australia.
I'm into that.
New Zealand sounds
Ben Simmons is from Australia.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, also Ben Simmons is like the only soft person I've ever met from Australia. Every other Australian person is these like hard drinking degens coming out. They're working in the mines.
Rugby's a normal sport over there. Like
they seem like a tough breed down there. But Ben Simmons, notable exception.
I'd like someone to speak on his behalf who's from there. I wonder if they think he's a pussy too.
I'm sure. Terrell, what do you got?
All right, last up, gotta go home. Saquon Barkley over 120.5 rushing and receiving yards. They're trying to scare you with the 120. They're trying to scare you, but Saquon is getting Derrick Henry type of love now because he's been absolutely great this year, and the Texans are that bad, literally that bad. The worst team against the running back position. We're sitting here. We have no Tony. Every other wide receiver's on one leg. No idea what they're doing. They're now trying to prop up Kenny Golladay in the market, saying that because he ran one route at 100%, that he is ready to go for Sunday. Absolutely not. There's only one option. There's only really been one option, and then it's a bunch of other guys that I just really like to hang around with. So yeah, Saquon Barkley over 120.5 rushing and receiving yards. He's going to get it done.
Terrell, just write it down in pen. Kenny Golladay anytime touchdown goes in your parlay this week. It's 5-1. That's a great way to juice up a parlay. He's getting a touchdown this weekend. That's my hot take. It's not quite
Terrell. The look on Terrell's face is a guy who's not jotting that down.
I'm not trying to jot down Kenny Galladay. It's really fuck Kenny Galladay, but because I said it's fuck Kenny Galladay, he probably does get in the zone.
Yeah, just wait.
Stay tuned. Maybe we'll get it.
I will have a second parlay with Kenny Galladay in it.
Hell yeah!
And if you Kenny Galladay to score 3 touchdowns is 200 to 1. So
I'll book that action. Slide in my DMs if you want Kenny Galladay 3 touchdowns. I'll give you 210 to 1. I'll give you a better price.
Chris Moore's odds are less. Matt Breida's odds are less. Holy shit!
All right. My final prop before we get to the DGen play. I'm debating. I got a couple here. I got one on Dak, one on Jacoby Brissett, one on Christian McCaffrey. I'm going Christian McCaffrey over 115.5 rushing and receiving yards. It's super chalky, but I mean, I have Decker's voice in my ear of watching that Falcons game where he's like, they just can't tackle. We have no guys who want to tackle. I mean, Christian McCaffrey is going to get an insane workload. I know Debo's back, but I still feel like they're going to kind of ease him in. I mean, how does McCaffrey not get 116 total yards? They have dog shit linebackers. It's like Khalil Mack, maybe Derwin James, and then just so many guys that are, second and third string guys that don't want to tackle. It's crazy. So yeah, lock it up for me, Christian McCaffrey over 115.5 rushing and receiving yards.
#DegensOnly.
Time for the DegensOnly prop. Again, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Go over there. Start building your own crazy, build your own bet. Fire it up. Get the construction equipment out. Kramer, what do you got? What's your long shot?
Play the breaking news sound effect, please.
Okay, I will.
Well, I'm gonna pivot because as much as I was gonna be a homer and give out Barkley 3 touchdowns, 15 to 1, I'm scratching that.
Really? What do you?
Because I scrolled down the board and I just to update the audience. Aaron Jones no longer on the injury report, but the pricing has not been caught up. Aaron Jones is priced the same he was that fabled week last year when he scored 4 touchdowns for us, cashing a 35 to 1 bet. Aaron Jones to score 3 touchdowns, 35 to 1 against the Dallas Cowboys. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have any receivers. This is the last time I do this. You're getting a premium back, 35 to 1. Let's go.
I think there's a world where he hits the 3 touchdowns and doesn't get
no,
over
it's not.
46
No, it's
and a half.
not. Don't say
yards.
it.
Parlay those together. All right.
It's all receiving.
No, it could be receiving. Terrell, what do you got? What's your DGens only play for the folks?
All right. Had to look around, scour, and search. It just made sense. I'm going with it. Give me George Pickens 2+ touchdowns, 28 to 1.
Oh.
This is coming out of the bye. It just seems like you gotta put a focus on Pickens. You don't have Claypool there anymore. He's definitely your second best wide receiver. And if you're getting a very tough matchup with Deontay Johnson, and even if you're not getting that matchup, I still like Pickens odds. So yeah, I'll take George Pickens 2+ touchdowns, 28 to 1.
That was on my list. I'm glad Terrell gave it out so the people can have that because I feel great about Pickens this week as well. For me, I'm going to the Buffalo game. Give me Isaiah McKenzie 2 touchdowns, 25 to 1.
Whoa.
Kind of was on the DFS show. I think Gabe Davis, he's like kind of a deep ball guy. Stephon Diggs, obviously the price wouldn't be great, but McKenzie, who again, they do some like jet sweep stuff with him. Maybe he has some decent chemistry with Case Keenum.
I don't hate it.
He returns kicks. You have a couple different ways. I wouldn't be surprised if they work up some like little gadgety stuff for him.
Don't hate it.
Give Keenum some easy completion. So Isaiah McKenzie, 2 touchdowns.
I like it.
Plus 25 to 1.
I have no issues with that.
That's Ryan's greatest compliment. I don't hate that. Ryan Pagani also co-signing
nice.
Terrell's Pickens play. Making Bacon say McCaffrey anytime touchdown. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you got to lay to get that. It's going to be like a minus 150 at least. But yeah, I mean, Christian McCaffrey to score a touchdown feels pretty damn good.
And can I just alert I didn't have room on the card for a defensive touchdown, but people should be alerted to the fact that you can bet a plus 650 on the Pittsburgh Steelers defense to score a touchdown this weekend.
Andy Dalton.
I'm just saying, we've seen Andy Dalton produce some touchdowns for the a couple in the beginning of the season. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense would have been priced at like plus 450. So
you're laying minus 200 for Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to score one, but I'm not laying minus 200 for an anytime touchdown. Sorry. It does. I mean, again, it's minus 200 for a reason. It's probably
easy money, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Terrell, appreciate you calling in. As always, make sure to check out Terrell and the NBA Gambling Podcast, the NFL Gambling Podcast. Give him a follow on Twitter at ReallyRel_.
College Experience tomorrow morning.
College Experience pregame show. A lot of times he calls into our show as well. Give you an anytime touchdown parlay, depending on whether or not he went out Saturday.
Yeah, this is actually pretty accurate.
Yeah, so you know how it goes. Kramer.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green. He is Ryan.
No, we look so good.
Dong. Kramer, let it ride.